Hello ladies and gentlemen, before you begin to watch this episode 25 of this Let's Play, I wish to inform you of something that has happened. So what happened? Well, as you can probably infer from me calling this episode 25, episode 22 and 24 aren't going to be uploaded. Why is this, you might ask? I royally screwed up with the raw video files and deleted them to save space on my hard drive. Now by this time I already had the actual episodes saved in my video editing software, but they won't load the video unless I keep the reference files, which I have not because I deleted them. So this means episode 22 to 24 will not be uploaded, and between the dates of the 12th of August 1589, which was where the previous episode that's uploaded left off, to the 17th of January 1604, which is one day before this episode starts, those dates, actions that happened between those dates, are now lost forever to the annals of history. Now I need to go over some things that did happen. As you can see, there have been saved files between those two dates. Well, a couple of at least. One, I mean. Man, did I really only just save once? I need to save more often. At any rate, I'm getting a bit off topic. What happened? Well, in short, I allied up with Japan to attack Ming, who were embroiled in a civil war, and we ended up losing that war horribly. They had two military tech levels ahead of us, and they crushed our army. And in order to get out of the war, I had to release Assam, Kachar, and then pay Ming about 300 odd ducats. Now, other things that have happened? Well, I have vassalized most of southern Asia. I've got Lanna, Sukhothai, and Ayutthaya as vassals. In fact, Sukhothai is Lanna is a vassal of Ayutthaya and myself. So, Lanna is a vassal of a vassal. And the final thing I have to point out is, down here in Indonesia, Spain has decided to move in. And I'm pretty sure Brunei aren't too happy about it, but they can't really do anything about it. So yeah, that's basically the gist of what has happened between episodes 22 and 24. I do apologize for the inconsistency, but at least now I know what not to do for future episodes, so you can expect me to be a little bit more consistent. By a little bit more consistent, I mean I am probably never going to make this mistake again. At any rate, I do hope you enjoy this episode. I will see you in about, I don't know, 5 seconds, I guess. Good morning, evening, or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wynn, and we are again playing as Tibet in Europa Universalis IV. The year is 1604, the date is the 18th of January, and in the last episode, what happened? Well, we foolishly engaged Ming in battle, and we kind of got trounced. I wanted to get out of the war before the war went even worse for us and we had to pay even more reparations. So how did we get out of the war? Well, we released Assam and Kachar as independent nations. We have a truce with them, but that doesn't really matter. Because of their position, they can only really be threatened by either me or my vassal, which is always a good thing. We do start off with a truce with them because we released them in a war. They also start off with a truce with Ming also. But there's that. Now Japan did join us in the war and they did do really well. Unfortunately, if you see down here, Ming have 69 ships down here. That is a lot of ships. So they had naval supremacy throughout that entire battle. That meant that Japan couldn't get their 20-odd men off of the main island and into Korea, or up here into Manchu, in order to then invade Ming. And we took quite a lot of losses as well. We had to pay like 300 ducats in order to get out of the war, which isn't so bad. View my country, we should really put Ming as our rival right now. One thing that happened in the last episode that I saw was the Oirat Horde decided to rival us. And I am a bit upset at that. I do wish to improve relations with the Oirats, just so that Ming has an even harder time trying to attack us. Not only will we be defending in a war, Japan will be on our side, and probably also the Oirat horde will be on our side. Now the other problem is, Japan has rivaled the Oirats as well, which is bad. So if we ally with the Oirat horde, then the Oirats and Japan will have a negative opinion of me because I am allied to both of them. They've rivaled each other, I do believe. No, in fact the Oirat horde hasn't rivaled Japan. Japan's just rivaled them. So we won't get any opinion malice from the Oirats. So what is our current mission in this episode? I want to try and get back Assam and Kachar. Also, one more thing to point out, in between episodes I sent a couple of diplomats out. One to improve relations in Sukhothai down here, which is also our vassal. And one to begin the annexation of Lanna. Just to keep you guys up to date on what's happening so that you don't miss out on any information of what I have done. And why have we lost all of our dudes? We're gaining about 15 ducats a month. So let us go for... we could go for land force limits. Let's go for national manpower modifier. Okay. And what else should we go for? I would like to improve the expansion ideas, actually. What is our next Tibetan idea? Production efficiency. Okay, so I am going to get a couple more guys. Let's go for global trade power. And can we afford a level 10? Not a level 10, a level 2, sorry. Level 10 would be insane. No, we can't. So we'll just get yearly inflation reduction. Our inflation is currently at 0.41, which is really good. I don't believe we have any gold provinces. If we did have gold provinces, then that value would increase dramatically. Nope, no gold provinces. Where is the closest gold province, anyway? I don't see it anywhere near Asia or Indonesia. I don't know. There might be a province or a few provinces up there in Siberia, but that's quite far away from us. We're split from Siberia from the Oirat horde and Chagatai. Now taking a look over here in India, we also have the threat of Hindustan. How strong are Hindustan's army? Let's go for total. We are... okay, they have 51,000 men. We, as Tibet, currently have 21,000, so we might get attacked by Hindustan. Do they have a Casus Belli against us? They have cleansing of heresy against us. Okay. So because we're Buddhist and they're Hindu, they can actually attack us, and they've also taken religious ideas, I believe. Yes, religious and quantity. So we might get attacked by Hindustan. So how am I going to avoid that? Well, I want to firstly build up some more armies. Right now I'm just going to go with mercenaries because they're the fastest way to improve my military strength, or my military strength at face value. Oh hey, Ming have left the coalition against us. Good. Now that just means that there is Pegu in the coalition. We've gained the Revolutionary War against Assam and Kachar. That shows you how much time's actually passed between episodes. I literally did not unpause it between. We've lost the trade dispute against Pegu, okay. Royal marriage from Delhi, sure. And from Lanna, sure. Royal marriages increases the chance that you can get a new heir, but that doesn't really matter to us. The only reason why I'm doing this is because it improves their opinion of us and our relations with each other. That is the main reason why I do this. So let's take a look at our colony down in the Andamans. We are currently at 261 settlers and we need 1,000. So what is this? Lose 10 Republican tradition or lose power? Lose the power. And we have discovered an agent from Malwa. Okay, that doesn't really mean much. Malwa just... wow, look at how much Malwa has claims and cores on around India. That's insane. That is a little scary, in fact. They have cores pretty much all over every single border province that I have. They have cores all over Marwar, which is to be expected. I made them release Marwar. And they have claims on Chagatai and Persia. So Marwar definitely has room for improvement or an expansion, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. Hindustan again are allied with the Oirat, so that gives them even more reason to attack me. Our statesmen with Japan have died, so the royal marriage has ended. Let's go and get that back. Dynastic royal marriage send. And then, if we can, let's improve relations. They're only at plus 49, but I'd much rather improve relations with the Oirats. We have no diplomats to send. Wow, it takes them a long time to get back from Japan, from Tibet. Oh well. Let's turn the speed back up, press that button, wait for our dude to come back, and then improve relations with the Oirats. Hopefully this means they'll take us off of their rivalry list, and we can begin negotiations for a peaceful alliance. Now in terms of Assam, oh man, I've used all my diplomats. You are working to annex vassal and you are improving to improve relations. Okay, you know what, stop improving relations for now. We got a royal marriage from Shan, okay. Sukhothai, can we do anything to improve your opinion of us? I'd much rather not attempt that. Wow, we are losing so much money. That's because we have so many mercenaries. If we detach the mercenaries, we only have 4 men, 4 cannons, even. Well, okay, 5, that are actually only part of our country. And with the rest of them, we have 16 mercenaries, so that's why we're running out of money. This is bad. We should not have engaged in that war against Shan. Not Shan, against Ming. That was a really bad idea. So what I'll do is I'll instead disband the mercenaries over here. That should decrease the amount of money that we're losing. Kind of, we're now at 4.77. And we have native assimilation down here in the Ottomans. That increases the amount of settlers that we have here. Trade dispute against Atse. That was probably not very wise of you, Atse. This now means I can attack Atse and maybe take over this province of Sukhadan. That'll give us a border with Spain and will allow us to start westernizing. Now in order to westernize we need... Where is that button? Tech? We need to have a border with them, I know that, and I think we require to have a certain amount of technology levels behind the western country that we border in order to successfully westernize. So we'll wait on that for a little bit. Eventually I would like to go and attack Pegu. In fact, do we have a free diplomat? We do. Let's go and fabricate a claim there. Okay. And let's take a look, see how well we're doing in the trade node. Okay, Hindustan. Ah, man. Hindustan, why do you have so much power here? I don't understand. Why do you have so much power? Transpose traders from downstream. Man, that's horrible. Okay, Hindustan, I am actually going to rival. Do I rival? I've already got you as a rival. I want to. Oh man, I ran out of diplomats. I'm not doing very well today. Okay, come back from the Oirats. Okay, I don't care if our agent gets discovered in Pegu. And Pegu have left the military coalition against us. That means that there is no longer any coalition against us. We can form an alliance with the Oirat, or at least that's one of our missions. We might want to do that, in fact. If they decide to take us off their rivalry list. We can proclaim a guarantee on the Oirats, and then maybe... Okay, they don't want military access. Why? Strategic interests! That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Why would you not want access through Tibet? I mean, the more access that you have through countries, the better, right? Unless, of course, you've already maxed out your relations, which I doubt with your only one ally. And look at that, you don't even have any military access through any other country. The Oirats, really. Now hopefully they do take us off the rivalry list sometime soon. In the meantime, I still want to... Do we have claims on these provinces? I have a claim on Kachar, but not Assam. In fact, I have cores over there in Kachar. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll fabricate a claim on Assam. There we go. Are they being guaranteed by Ming or anyone? No, so we can just go in there and transfer the army. Now we are still losing a bunch of money, but we don't have that much manpower. Every time we build one regiment, our manpower decreases by 1,000. So this means we can only build like 7 regiments. To gain 10 prestige? Yes, gain prestige. And we've got a new advisor. Oh well. It doesn't really bother me gaining any advisors. Well, we need to have advisors. But it's of little consequence right now that we gained that advisor. We lost a claim on the province of Garhwal. Okay, so we've lost a claim on Malwa. Oh well, I don't mind. Now, do any of the Western countries, now that we can see them, have the mission to gain a presence in India? Yes. Great Britain does. What about Spain? Yes, Spain does. France? No. France have a mission to do something to Brittany. Okay, so Great Britain and Spain have missions to gain a foothold in Hindustan. They are also allied with Khmer Hindustan are. Okay, what's this? Military access from Spain. Sure, why not? Go ahead. I want to make sure we have decent relations with Spain so that we don't go to war with them anytime soon. Going to war with Spain would be even worse than going to war with Ming. And we already know how well the war with Ming turned out. Pretty badly, in fact. So they're probably going to declare on Hindustan eventually. Let's take a look. Okay, so he does have claims... Oh, in fact he's attacking Malwa. Fair enough. Eventually they're going to want to attack Hindustan. And I can't wait for that day to happen. But this is where things start to get interesting. In the 1600s, India becomes a very interesting place to try and survive. If you're playing as a native Indian. And it looks like Japan are being besieged by Confucian zealots. So this land might either flip to Ming or Manchu. Either that or Japan will lose their Shinto religion and become Confucian themselves, which would be really sad in fact. I mean, I quite like the Shinto faith. Let's see, what does it actually provide? Tolerance of... no, morale of armies and tolerance of heathens -1. So they don't like heathens. But they have better morale of armies. Whereas Confucianism just increases tolerance of heretics and heathens. That's not overly positive. It just means that the revolt risk is less likely to happen. But what would you rather have? The improved army, or being a bit more tolerant towards heretics, which means they have a bit less chance of revolting against you? I think I go with the former for that. Okay, so we can go and attack Assam. No, we can't. When is the truce over? 16th of January 1609. So in the next year. One more year and we can go and take back the land that we've lost. Shouldn't be too difficult. But we are still losing quite a bit of men. Not men, money. Oh, we have a new election. How about we go for a military guy? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to select these mercenaries and get rid of them. Now watch this, the money will actually turn positive. There we go, and we're now gaining 7 gold. We're at -5, now we're gaining 7. Those mercenaries were very expensive. So let us finish building up some more men. So we're hiring 5 guys, let's get 4 cavalry. Okay. And how about we go for cannons? We can't because we've ran out of money. So we can either get 5 peasants risen up in Arakan. Where is Arakan? Arakan. Okay, it's down here, so they won't pop up anywhere that I'm building troops. Okay, get that. Let's get a royal marriage with Japan to improve relations. And then let's send our men down here and then deal with... Oh, it looked like my vassal's actually dealing with the rebels. Thank you, Sean. I actually used to know a couple of people called Sean. Okay, and we have just annexed Lana. And we've gained the Revolutionary War against Sukhothai. Doesn't really matter because they are also a vassal of ours. I could start the annexation of Shan, but I kinda don't want that to happen. Instead, let us improve relations with Ayutthaya, and when we can, we'll send a royal marriage. Lanzong entered a coalition against us. You're a bit late to the party. Get royal marriage with Ayutthaya. Okay, and we are improving relations with them. Good. Let us also improve relations with Sukhothai, and we can get a new idea. Yes, give me a merchant. And we've gained additional production efficiency, so let's take a look at our economy. We're gaining 7.57 from production and 11 from taxation. But we do additionally have another merchant, so we could start doing things here. Now in terms of trade power over here in Ceylon, we have none. Absolutely none. For some reason Great Britain has some. I don't know why Great Britain has some here, probably because they are... Yes, that's why they have trade power here. They've managed to siege Kathiawar, so that gives them a tiny bit of trade power over here. So how's this war in Malwa going? They are losing both their wars against Spain and Great Britain. You know, I'd be pretty surprised if Malwa was actually going to win that. But it looked like Malwa is now more a competing ground between Great Britain and Spain more than it is against Malwa. I wonder if the two armies are hostile towards each other. I'd imagine not. Are they allied to each other? No, Portugal and Milan, and... No, they are not allied to each other. And what's this? Is this also Spain? No, Yemen, okay. I was wondering because it was crisscrossed in a yellow colour. So let's merge our men here and just convene everyone into this province. Okay, and in a couple more months we can then begin to attack these two provinces here, or countries here, that we had to release in the war with Ming. We should also wait for our diplomat to come back because we can't declare war without one. Okay, so he'll be here in about 30 more days. Who would have thought it would have taken them so long to get from Tibet to Spain? I mean, Spain is only right there. Couldn't they just go to Banjarmasin? In fact, oh man, I can't rename it. I was going to call this Banana Mason. At any rate, we've got our diplomat back, and let us declare war and take capital. Call willing allies. Japan won't join. Oh well. It doesn't really matter to me. Let's go and fight there. Detach a siege. Go over to here. There we go. Now these two provinces are our cores, which is always good. Kathiawar is also Buddhist, so we'll have no problems taking this land back. We might also want to go and declare war on Assam as well. So let's do that. Detach a siege and send the rest of our men into Assam. And there we go. Attach another siege and send our guys back here to avoid extra attrition. And we're good. Let me just take a look to see how long this episode has been. About 20 odd minutes. So in that case, I'm going to finish the episode here. So that has been it from me for this episode. Take care guys, I'll see you next time.